Hi everybody! Today I want to show you 2 ways of planting lettuce. Lettuce is a great plant for kids to try out for the first time. It's really fun to plant. One way that I want to show you today is a transplant, and the other is a way to direct seed using a broadcasting method where we kind of sprinkle the seeds out and let them go. A farmer might not do this, but it's great for home gardeners to just really quick and easy get those seeds into the ground without too many materials. So what you will need for this project today, if you're doing the transplanting method, you'll need some lettuce transplants and an area to plant them and probably a trowel. If you want to try the broadcasting method with me, I've got a little cup full of sand. And then I've got some lettuce seeds. And lettuce seeds are so very small and they're hard to plant, each one an inch or 2 apart. So broadcasting works really well as a method to get those seeds out and not having a whole lot of seeds in one area and not enough anywhere else. So to do this, I just take my lettuce seeds and I mix the seeds with about an equal amount of sand. And this means that I could grab a pinch of sand in my fingers and it will have some seeds in it instead of having to try to pinch a whole bunch of lettuce seeds and try to sprinkle them out evenly. Another option for planting lettuce and other small seeds would be seed tape. We've done that as a video before, so I will link that in the comments here so that you can take a look back if you wanted to make seed tape for your lettuce. But let's get started on this planting. I'm going to set up my broadcasting method first. So I've got my little cup full of seeds and I'm just going to dump all of my lettuce seeds. I don't have too many here, but I'm just going to dump all of them and I'm just going to mix them around. So here's my seeds and my sand mixed together, kind of looking like that confetti again. You can see the darker brown spots are my lettuce seeds and my sand grains there are the lighter colors. So now I've got a mixture of seeds and sand that I could then sprinkle like confetti. I could sprinkle it in a row, whatever you'd like to. I'll show you that in a second here. For my transplants, they're ready to go. All I'll need to do is put them in the ground. So I'm over here at my garden space and I'm ready to plant. I've cleared the bed already of any weeds and turned up the soil just a little bit. And now I get to choose if I want to plant my lettuce in rows or just kind of in a big patch. If I want nice heads of lettuce and I have a type of lettuce that will produce heads, I might go for rows. And if I have a loose leaf lettuce variety, a nice big open patch might be a little bit easier for you to just have a thick bunch of lettuce. It'll grow a little bit smaller than if it were spread out evenly in a nice row. But if you're just cutting it for the leaves and not the heads, it's another great option. I'm gonna go ahead and try to plant my lettuce, the broadcast seeds, in a nice little row. But you could also, again, just sprinkle it however you want to in your open patch. So I've got my seeds here and I've got a nice little row that I want to plant on. And all I need to do to plant my little seed confetti is in a little trench or in a little aisle. I will go ahead and sprinkle my seeds and my sand. I know that I'll have a mix of both as I go. It's a great way to make sure you get enough seeds spread out. This is also really fun with kids. You could then go ahead and count down and go 3, 2, 1 and sprinkle over the entire area if you wanted to. It's another great way to do it. And I'm just going to keep going until I have all of my seeds out and my sand. This isn't a perfect method to get them evenly spaced, but it is a good way to get seeds distributed along a whole area. It won't be perfect, but it will look pretty good. So I'm just going to keep doing that until I've distributed all of my seeds here. And I'm planting my rows about 5 inches apart here, about 1/2 foot. That's generally pretty good spacing for lettuce and other leafy greens like that you're planting in rows. And then I will just loosely cover up my sand and my seeds here so they can grow. And I'll make sure to give them some water. So now that I've got 4 small rows of my broadcast or direct seeded lettuce, I also just wanted to show you that other option of how to transplant lettuce. Lettuce doesn't really like its roots being messed with too much, so you've got to be fairly gentle here. So I've got 3 transplants to go in the ground here. Hopefully they'll make nice heads of lettuce with this variety. It's a mix of red and green lettuces. So I'm just going to go ahead and dig 3 small holes. I'm just putting them at the end of each of those rows that I just direct seeded. That'll be easiest for my garden. But lettuce usually planted about 6 inches apart in rows that are 5 to 6 inches apart as well, if you want those nice heads, or closer together if you want loose leaf lettuce. So now when I transplant, I like to just tap on the bottom gently. I'm not disturbing the roots, and I'm not pulling on my lettuce at all. And you can see the roots that I've got growing here. Those are pretty nice roots for this lettuce. And then I just tuck them in. I like to go on either side of the lettuce and use 2 fingers and push it down. And sometimes if you leave a small divot right around where you've planted, that means that the water will collect in that little pool, and then when it rains, those will soak down into the roots instead of running off away from your lettuce. It's a good tip for almost any transplants that like a good amount of water. It means that you won't have to water as frequently, and it means that the water that is raining down is actually getting to your plants. So I'm going to do that again with my transplant. Thanks for planting with me today. Let me know if you try the broadcasting method, if you're direct doing transplants, or maybe if you tried seed tape with your lettuce. Now let us go eat some lettuce. See you later, everybody.